Namaste everyone. Welcome to the second day's class of mathematics. So yesterday we have started the chapter arithmetic progression. So we continue the same thing. So before I could continue today's topic or concept, so let us revise what we have done in previous class. So it forms a connectivity to the second class. So yesterday we have defined what is sequence and examples of sequence. Today we continue the same thing and we have defined it also, sequence. What is sequence and examples related to sequences. So we continue this because this is the base of arithmetic progression. If you do not understand what is that particular sequence, what are the terms of the sequence are called and how are they written, then it becomes difficult in solving the numericals later. So we have to be very careful in understanding the basics. The first 2 or 3 classes we deal with the basics. So please listen carefully, then should not have any problem in the later stages of the chapter. So let's continue the same thing, sequence. So I write one more time the sequence here. So I write the example. So extra example only I take. Simple example I will explain. 2, 4, 6, 8. Then I leave this term. This particular sequence will help you to write the next numbers. The next number probably will be 10 followed by 12 followed by 14 and so on. It continues like this. Listen carefully, I am speaking about the sequence. So what made you to write the next term 10 is very important. It is because that you have seen these 4 starting numbers. When you see these 4 starting numbers, there is a particular pattern fixed in your mind. That particular pattern makes to write the next number 10, next number it will be definitely 12 and next number will be 14. So that particular pattern, that pattern existed in your mind looking at the first 4 terms. I'm using the word terms. See, here 2, 4, 6, 8. The difference between any 2 consecutive terms is 2. 4 minus 2 if you take, it is 2. 6 minus 2 if you take, it is 2. 8 minus 6 if you take, it is 2. This is one way of keeping the track of the sequence. What will be the next number? This will help you. Or one more way is there. If you add 2, number 2 to the first term, you get the next term, that is 4. If you add 2 to this, you get 4. If you add 2 to this 4, you get 6. If you add 2 to this number 6, you get the next number, that is 8. This pattern helped you to write the number 10. Here also same thing. 10 minus 8 is there, again you get 2. 12 minus 10 is there, you get 2. This pattern, or if you add 10, 2 to this 10, you get 12. Or if you add 8 to this 10, you get 10. See, either way, either you add or subtract. This pattern has, this first four numbers has set a particular pattern in your mind, and that helped you to write the next numbers 10, 12, 14 and other things. This must be there for any type of sequence, so that the difference between, I am telling you, the difference between any two consecutive number should remain same. Difference between, I am using the word difference between, then that particular sequence is said to be arithmetic progression. I will write examples, then I will explain it to you. So coming to this, I just rub it. Simple example I have taken to explain you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on, for example. It's a sequence because difference of any two consecutive term is fixed. If 4 minus 2 is 2, 6 minus 4 is 2, 8 minus 6 is 2, 10 minus 8 is 2. So this will help you to write the next numbers. This is the basic. It is a per sequence. The numbers present in a particular sequence are called as terms of the sequence. Let it go up to infinity, no problem. Those are all called as terms of sequence. Terms of sequence. 2, it is the first term. 4, second term. 6, third term. 8, fourth term. 10, fifth term and so on. Where it goes? It goes up to nth term. See here, I am writing this word. Nth term. What is nth term? So nth term can be understood as last term. Nth term can be understood as last term. That means together I can call this as infinite term. I don't know which is the last term of this particular sequence. I don't know which is the last term of this particular sequence. I don't know that. That's why I write that term. I call that term as nth term, or I call it as last term. I'll come to this later. I'm repeating. I don't know the last, which is that term which ends here, because it is infinite series. I don't know what is that number, where it ends. This number I don't know. That's why I call that number as nth term, or I call it as a last term, because here, as I told, 2 is called as first term. This is very important. 4 is called as second term. 6 is called as third term, and it continues. 8 is called as fourth term. 10 is called as fifth term, next number is called as sixth term, seventh term, eighth term, ninth term, it continues. Where it stops, I don't know. That's why I have written it as what? Nth term or last term. That is infinite term. I don't know where it stops. These are called as the terms of a particular sequence. You take any sequence. I will take one more example. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25 and so on. Here 5 is called as first term. 10 is called as second term. 15 is called as third term. 20 is called as fourth term. And 25 is called as fifth term. It continues. It continues because it's a infinite terms series is used. So it continues. First term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. So every time you cannot write this is the first in new file solving the numericals, we cannot write this as first term, it's a second term, third term. So these are assigned by annotations. So what are those notations? You take any sequence where the pattern is fixed. In that, listen carefully, you take any sequence where the pattern is fixed so that you can write the next terms. In those sequences, the first term is always written as A1, or it is applied to only this, or A. The first term of the sequence where pattern is fixed. I am repeating, the first term of the sequence where it follows a certain law, certain rule. In those sequences, the first term always is indicated by either A1 or A. Why it is so, I will tell you when I solve numericals. The second term is written as A2. The third term is written as A3. The fourth term is written as A4. The fifth term is written as A5. Like that it continues. Continue. Next number will be 36. It's called A6. Next is 35, A7, like that. Like that. I don't know which is that number. Somewhere it should stop. I don't know which is that number. So that term is written as AN, which stands for nth term or last term. It is called as nth term or last term. That nth term or last term itself is infinite number. So we don't know exactly. That's why we write it as nth term. I repeat, take any sequence which follows a particular law. In that sequence, the first term is always written as A1 or A. Second term is written as A2. Third term as A3. Fourth term as A4. Fifth term as A5, and it continues. The one which comes at the last, infinite term, that is called as AN. That is called as nth term, which is denoted by AN. AN stands for nth term, or you can call it as the last term, but preferably, maximum times we don't use the word last term, we use the term nth term. So nth term means it is the last term of the sequence which follows a particular or a definite law. So let me take one more example to make it to people clear. Root 5, 2 root 5, 3 root 5, and so on. Here, the first term is written as what? A1 or A. It is applicable for only first term, not any other terms. This is second term. So this is written in short as A2. This is third term, which is in short is written as A3, and it continues. So I repeat, just revise what we have done today. We have taken sequence, 2 examples or 2 or 3 examples where it follows a certain particular law or a rule. Then these are assigned by first term, second term, and third term, fourth term, and fifth term, and so on. The first term is always denoted by either A1 or A. Second term is always denoted as either A2 or A2. Second term as A2. Third term as A3. Fourth term as A4. Fifth term as A5, and so on. And the last term is called as nth term denoted by an. In this example I have shown you that. The same thing will continue in tomorrow's class, which leads to find some more important terms and terminologies. Then only we can understand or we can go for numericals. I hope you understood this class, whatever we have done. Take your own examples and try to find out or name A1, A2, A3, which will help you in the further classes. I already given my mail to you in yesterday's note before the class, what I would have taken you, and I will send the notes also. Today I have sent 2 papers, so tomorrow also I will send. So go through those notes, make a separate notebook, whatever the notes I will give you. So please go on writing in a particular notebook. It will help you in the later stages. So any queries, get back to my mail ID. Don't keep quiet. Study at home. Any other related videos are there. Download Byju's or Vedantu app, which will help you in understanding more about arithmetic progression. If I could find any other useful videos also, I will upload it to you people. Thank you. We meet in the next class tomorrow.